And here we go. Welcome, everybody. Jared Manley coming in hot with the hand up. I got a question. Brother, great to see you. Awesome. Right on all of our friendly faces. Great to see everybody. Adam, good to see you too. Holden, been a minute. Great to see you here today. Right on, my man, Dave. Great to see you. Bill, as always, great to see you. Awesome. Chad, great to see you. Okay, we got Donna. Okay, Francis, hot on the attendees. Make sure we're getting everybody in here, and we're getting as much value as possible. So let's make sure we get everybody in. Alan, good to see you. Mark, good to see you. Missing the surfboard today, brother. That's awesome. Okay, right on. We will get into it. And okay, so everybody that is just joining, before we get into the actual the recording itself, welcome to the new AI Inner Circle. We decided to take our Wednesday class and our Friday class and combine them into one because we were getting some feedback that it was too much information for everybody to implement. So we took it and we're now taking the most actionable training from the week and given it to our community here. So to our members, welcome. Second, this is a very informal presentation by design. And it's that way so that you can feel comfortable to unmute your microphone, ask questions while we go through. What we're trying to do is provide the most valuable training that exists in the industry when it comes to artificial intelligence and technology. And so we don't want you to just watch, we want you to participate. And we do that in a very informal setting. So you understand we're all friends. And part of that is like if it is safe and appropriate, you can turn on your camera, be part of the community. It just adds to the community friendly feel. And also, any questions that you have, you can type them into the chat. Francis will cut me off and ask your questions, or you can just unmute your microphone at any time, join in on the conversation, ask questions. That's what we're here for. We're here to help you and to give value, and we are a community. So help each other. This doesn't need to be said, but be respectful of each other and just know that we're all here to support, and we're all in the mortgage industry. So we're all here to build each other up and build our businesses together, and together we are stronger and better. So that is our disclaimer for today's class. And Sachin, at this point, we will start the recording. Hello and welcome to the AI Inner Circle. 79% of funded loans are done with the mortgage broker that the consumer speaks to first. So let's round it up one. And we use the fictional number of 80%. Roughly 80% of funded loans happen with the first loan officer that picks up the phone. So we swim through an uphill stream of shiny objects and distractions and Facebook and news and crypto and bills and regulations and you name it. We swim through it every single week. And then at the end of the week, you get here on Friday and you're like, oh, wait, the most profitable thing I can do is pick up my phone. Pick up my phone. So I'm going to release a video next week, late next week. And I actually sit in my office and I randomly Google cities and I call loan officers off the front page. So in the video, I cold call 15 lenders that are ranked on the front page of Google because the whole point here is there's this shift happening between Google and a lot of the searches are going to OpenAI. People are using OpenAI and ChatGPT to determine which lender they're going to do business with. And we know, rounded up, 80% of people, we deal with the lender that picks up the phone. So out of 15 lenders ranked on the front page of Google, can you guess how many of them picked up the phone when I called? Let's hear it in the chat. Matthew says 4. Matthew said Alan. I saw some fingers. Hopefully it was more than one. Alan's going with 4. Jason's got 3 in the comments. Mark Dowling says 5. Kevin says 10. Valerie says 3. Walt nailed it. I think Walt was first in the chat with a goose egg, a 0. A 0. So that's somebody who has literally gone out and said, I want a mortgage. Here's the product that I want. I want to work with the best lender. Somebody picks up the phone, calls, goes to voicemail. What's that person going to do next?
Call the next person.
They're going to call the next person. Matthew, that's it. You hit the nail on the head. And so the first person that picks up the phone wins. How many of you are doing your database calls, your calls to your realtors, calling back your leads in good time? Like you're making your outbound phone calls, right? Showing your hands. Give me a 1 in the chat if you're making your calls, right? Those responses that come back from those outbound calls are money. It's money. And according to my incredibly small statistical analysis of the mortgage industry, you have a 100% chance of beating your competition if you pick up your phone. Which obviously statistics not accurate. It's all made up. It's not all made up, but like, okay, 15 people is not statistically relevant. But the point here is that if you're in a major marketplace and you pick up your phone, you're going to win. And I know from personal experience in the mortgage industry with being in the mortgage business, my dad being in the mortgage business, if you're doing business with a qualified agent and that qualified agent has sent you a customer, or that qualified agent is trying to send you a customer and they end up in your voicemail, it is the most frustrating thing that a referral partner can go through is to pick up your phone to need you and not get an answer and go to voicemail and have to wait to get the answer back. And so what we're talking about today is putting an AI voice on your phone so that when somebody calls it, they don't go to voicemail. AI picks up the phone, has an intelligent conversation with that person, gets them the answer that they need, or live call transfers to you where you have a bat phone or a red phone or a phone that rings that everything stops. Everybody knows, like the kids will pick up the phone. It's like, hey, this is this is Dave's line, and this is Liam picking up the phone because this is the bat phone and you're important. This phone always gets answered, right? So you can have your AI ring that phone number so they always get an answer, or it looks at your calendar inside the CRM, picks the next available time that you've told the CRM that you're available, and the AI will automatically book that person in your calendar, which counts as a conversation with you and your brand and a customer service experience, which wins you the business. And that's what we're all about. That's what we're going to do in today's call. We've got my man, Ryan. Dude, it has been a minute. How are you doing?
Good, Chris. Thank you. Since you were talking about the Google Business Profile, I had a question. As to your opinion on, you want to have a complete profile so that Google is ranking you higher. But as mortgage loan officers, do you recommend that we actually answer the business hours questions? Since realistically, I mean, most of us pick up our cell phone in the evenings or early morning before 9 a.m. So we don't want to put 9 to 5 where someone is searching at an off hour time and then they're like, well, I'm not going to call because it says they're not open.
Yep.
So do you recommend putting business hours? And if so, like maybe like 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. or what's the best approach there?
Ryan, that is a brilliant and very insightful question. Oddly enough, we did a test with a client this week who's on our AI SEO program. So we're ranking them inside ChatGPT and we're also ranking them on Google. And so the client actually discovered it and then mentioned it on the call with the account managers. And then they brought me into a meeting and they were like, dude, check this out. He had a competitor who had their hours of operations as 24 hours a day. And at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, when his Google business page said that he was closed, his website would bounce off of the 3-pack. And then at 9 o'clock the next morning, when his hours opens back up, he would show back up in the 3-pack. Google was actually pulling the ranking off and putting it back on according to the office hours that he had in his Google business profile. And so what I believe to be true, and I don't know this 100%, But I think that it increases your likelihood of landing in the 3-pack if you have your office hours 24/7. And we actually saw that this week with one of our clients. And having an AI that picks up your phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to be able to answer questions and book an appointment with you, you do technically have a service experience for that person 24/7. So I would list you as 24/7 on your Google business profile, but I would definitely post the business hours and make them 24/7. Does that make sense?
Yeah, sure thing, along the same lines, and maybe there's other people in the same boat, but I like live in Louisville, Kentucky, but I focus on 4 geographic areas, mainly the Panhandle of Florida, the West Coast of Florida, and then also Nashville, Tennessee.
Nice.
So I don't want to pigeonhole myself and list my address as Louisville, since literally like no people out of 10 actually come to my office. But am I getting penalized there, or how can I universalize, my presence, or should I pick the one that I most want to appear for, or what's your advice there?
Great question. So you have to work with what you've got. And so I'll give you two scenarios and you can kind of pick the one that you want to be your reality. So the first is absolutely a local business address helps your ranking on Google. And it also helps inside your ChatGPT rankings. If they can see a pin location, you publish it, it's in the location, you'll just rank better locally for those customers. You can rank uh, in a market that you're not located in, hiding your business address and focusing content, but it is way harder to do. So we have a client who's based in New York and they actually rank in a Florida market. They have a Florida office that they set up that may or may not be a remote office environment, like a WeWork office location. They've got registered at that location. That's where they get all the ratings and reviews. That's the local business address that they have on there. And they just tell everybody, hey, we don't meet at our office, we meet virtually. And that's how they run their business. That local pin placement got them ranked in that Florida market. And they really, I don't know that they certainly wouldn't have ranked as fast without that pin placement. So, what I would do in your situation is I would look at potentially a referral relationship, a lawyer's office or an attorney's office, an insurance partner that you have, a real estate partner that you have, and them allowing you to place an office location at their office. You are paying a desk fee and you've got a desk there, and you use that office location, and that's where you drive your 5-star ratings and reviews. The other side of things is you just hide your address, don't go remote, and focus more on product. And what I mean by that is, like, if you're going after a pin location for mortgage broker or mortgage lender on your Google business profile, in major marketplaces like where you're focused on, you've got such high competition for local lenders, it's really hard to beat them out. But if you go after the product types that you want to be a specialist in, it's a whole lot easier to say, Tennessee reverse mortgage specialist, create great content about that. And then when somebody goes to Google and types in Tennessee reverse mortgage specialist, your business profile shows up for that, because you're not just competing on mortgage broker or mortgage lender, you're competing on being an authority on the product. And that's actually where we're most excited about artificial intelligence and ranking inside ChatGPT. It's going after specific product searches and being the expert on the product. And you can be a product and location expert, and then the location on your Google business profile doesn't matter, and you get a higher quality lead that comes through. Did that make sense?
Yeah, so any penalty for, like, if I had like a second home that was a residential address, making that my pin location, or
Absolutely. Yeah, that would work great.
Just all the consistency of wherever you have addresses elsewhere that would be inconsistent to that you, once you tip that open, you got to tip all the other ones, your licensing and everything else you got, which will be inconsistent.
Gotcha.
Yep. Yeah. So Ryan, I would definitely use that pin location. And Michael, thank you.
Chris, I got a quick question on, as far as the area. Like for me, I just pinpointed LA, Orange County, like Riverside, San Diego. So it just has like a kind of a line or a geographical area within that area, should I not do that and have it more specific to like Orange County? Or I mean, how specific, is that okay to do it that way? Or,
Totally.
okay,
Yeah, totally okay. But again, everybody on the call, we've entered a part of internet marketing now that AI is driving everything, that now that you've got those locations, you really want to focus on product and becoming product experts, publishing information about the specific product types and customers that you want, and creating content around that. So Mark, what you've done is you've said, hey, anybody that's in this geographic location, I want my phone to ring. Well, if you're just going after the search phrase mortgage lender, you get a lot of competition. But if you're specific to, let's just call it,
I'm going
like
after
what,
the luxury market, the high-end luxury market, and like the coastal cities,
Yep.
high-end luxury market is my focus.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Would jumbo fit into that?
Oh, absolutely. This starts at like 1.5, 2 million and up type loans. Yeah.
Yeah. So I would start building authority and creating content, talking to AI and answering questions and answers on people that are specifically looking for jumbo loan information online. And it's like, are you looking for a mortgage with like 1.5 million plus? Here's 3 things you need to know. You're looking for a $2 million mortgage? Here's the things that you need to know. And having conversations with and teaching the artificial intelligence about jumbo loan products so that anybody that's in that geographic location that you've chosen that's doing online research or asking AI about that specific product type, you are the product. I can't do that with my shoulder right now. You're the product expert in that specific location. So you show up because of the product expertise, not because of the location authority. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Thank you.
No problem. And this is a big shift that we've started to notice just in the last 3 or 4 months. Of just like, it used to be like, if you were the loan officer expert on Google, you could rank on all the different product types. Now the AI is so smart, it's trying to give people specified knowledge and answers based on the products that they're searching for. And that's changing our strategy on how we're developing content and ranking online.
Right,
hey,
thanks.
Chris, I have a question.
My man, Byron.
Hey, Chris, it's been a while. This is Byron Jones from Chicago.
Good to
I have
see
a
you, brother.
question in regards to the remote offices. For compliance purposes, do we have to get those offices licensed? If we
So I know I look like a compliance expert, but I am not.
You are the man. You never say anything you don't know the answer to. That I do know about you.
Yes, the answer is yes.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. That's what I thought. Okay. Good deal.
Great question.
He knows the answer, but refuses to answer.
Always, come on. We love our compliance departments. They're great people over there. Let's get to know them a little bit, have a conversation. They'd love to hear from you. So,
hey, Chris, I've got Google Business Profile.
Hey, you're running for political office. I didn't ask you that one. Thank you.
Byron, it's always right till someone says it's wrong.
You know that's right. Appreciate you.
Hey, Chris, I've got Google Business Profile hours pulled up, and it has an option to say open with no main hours, but underneath it says don't show any business hours. Am I better to select that or just write 12 to 12 a.m.?
On the very top, though, there's a 24-hour option. If you scroll all the way up to the top of the times, it says 24-hour.
Yeah, take option 1 and you'll see 24 hours.
Yep, that's
Michael
it.
Said.
Awesome. Thank you, Michael and Connor. Good to see you here, Connor.
Thanks, guys.
My man Ryan's got it. And my man Sean.
So question about the profile. I sent out requests for reviews for my agents that I work with.
Yep.
3 of them responded, positively, and Google removed all 3 reviews. Is there a reason? Can you not get reviews from realtors? I don't understand why you can't do that.
So absolutely you can, and those will come back most likely, like in our experience. So what's happened is the AI has flagged them for whatever reason. There's a keyword or there's something going on where the AI has flagged those and pulled them down. Sounds weird, but a real person eventually is going to look at them and like determine, hey, this isn't fraudulent or whatever. And then you'll see those pop back up. Now, there is a support tab. If you log into your like business.google.com, go into your profile settings, and then there's a little support tab.
Yeah, I saw that.
Put a little support ticket in there and just be like, hey, I had 3 reviews come in from realtors that I closed deals with. I noticed they're not showing up on my profile. Could you please have somebody look into this? So when they look at your account, they're reading the reviews and trying to make the decision on what happens, and they see the support ticket that, hey, this is the story of what these are and what the reason is behind it. Chances are they'll pop back up. Timing, your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah.
You're in the Google Cloud at that point, but normally we see those come back.
Okay, thanks.
No problem. Great question. And Michael, and then we will get to our voice AI agent and building out one of these suckers. And I got a fun little demo for us to do today too. So Michael.
Yeah, cool. So in regards to a remote location, are we setting up another Google profile, or can you add it to the Google profile you already have, or how does that work?
Great question. So yes, you can have multiple businesses and multiple business locations under the same Google profile. So you just log in with your regular Google profile and go to business.google.com, and you can actually go into your settings and you can actually register a new business location right there inside that dashboard. And then when you log in, you'll be able to see both profiles.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Hey, no problem at all. You got
Hey, Chris.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
How's it going?
I'm great. How are you?
Good, thank you. But I tried to change my number and to put my AI number that I have from your CRM.
Yes.
And it did not approve it. Google
didn't approve it did it give you a reason why?
I'm not sure if it's searching on my website to make sure I have that number, or it's basically wants my main office number.
Yeah. So that's most likely what's happening. It's seeing all of your other business profiles have a different phone number attached to them. And this is like ranking 101. From a Google ranking perspective, there's this thing called NAP, NAP, and I call it NAPW because I've added website to the bottom of it. But a name, address, phone number, and website. And it's like if Google's trying to, or if anybody's trying to figure out if you're a real business or not, they want to see all those things match. Think of your Google business profile as the foundation that all of your other online properties stand on top of. And so you want to change the Google business profile phone number last. So you want to change it first on website, Facebook, Instagram. You're using the CRM, so you can go into the CRM and use the local business directory tool in there. Update all of the phone numbers on all of your business profiles out there. Once that's all changed, then you go to your Google business profile, and that's the last one that you change. So you fix all the houses on the top, and then you go fix the foundation.
Perfect. Thank you. One more question for you. That's on something else with AI. What do you advise? The regular plus or go to Teams? Because I tried the enterprise, but you need like 50 users in order to be able to get that one. I'm thinking about security. So I'm not sure what would be your advice.
So I would, if you're worried about security and you're building your own LLMs on top of, let's say, OpenAI, then I would go with an enterprise account. And that allows you to build your own LLMs inside, and you're secure. Because at that point, you've got a corporate relationship, corporate account. It's right there in the terms and conditions. Your data is your data. You're good to go. Consult your compliance department, all that wonderful stuff. But if you're looking at it as a tool to rank, and you're trying to get ChatGPT to recommend your business to consumers that are searching, you can do that with a free account on ChatGPT, and it's actually better because they're openly giving away free accounts to scrape data from them, and it's the conversations that are happening inside the free accounts that they're using to do all of their training and build their models and train off of the conversations that are happening. So that's where you want to say, hey, my name is Jamie. Here's my name, my address, my website. here's my phone number, here's my NMLS number. You give it all of the information about you in that account and in the conversations that you're having and the prompts that we give away. Then you create all your content just in a free, open ChatGPT account right there in a conversation window.
Okay, so you want advice to do it under team?
No.
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 So just stay inside not the free version, but the pro version.
Correct. Yep, you got it.
So you cannot even opt out either, because I did opt out on there. So you don't recommend that one either then?
Correct. Yeah. Because you want them siphoning all the data that you give it. You want them reusing that and repurposing it.
Now, when I try to search myself through chat, I'm not being recognized. I have a lot of Google reviews. I have, a lot of presence online. I have all of that, but it's not recognizing it. And I do a lot of stuff on ChatGPT, like I use it on my daily basis. That's my Google.
Yes. So it's more about, so there's a whole lot that goes into it. Basically, okay, fully translucent, because this is us. This is our community here. Fridays at noon, no filter. This is the closest thing we get to a mastermind around here, right? So there's no filter on what I'm about to tell you. We are ranking people in the mortgage industry in ChatGPT, big brands that have gone from not being recognized by ChatGPT at all to now being in the top 3 recommendations when somebody looks for a mortgage lender in a local marketplace. And what we've discovered actually in this process, because we're constantly learning about this stuff, the AI is getting smart enough to walk somebody through a real estate transaction into the mortgage transaction, and is actually making outbound queries to people that are looking for real estate saying, hey, would you like some information on mortgage? It understands the real estate process far enough to the point where somebody can be looking for like a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom. They're searching listings on ChatGPT. They're awesome. They're like, when's the open house this weekend? And it's like, hey, if you're thinking about going to an open house, you should probably think about financing. Would you like to do some research on mortgage lenders to see if you can get a pre-approval before you show up at the open house? Like AI is smart enough to prompt the user to get a pre-qual before they show up at an open house. And so our job is to make it so that we're the expert inside ChatGPT. So when the user says, yes, I would like a pre-approval, it's like, okay, Sean, Jamie, and Jared are the 3 mortgage lenders in this marketplace that we see that you should call. Right? That's the whole goal. So that's what you're trying to do. We've got 6 things that we do that have resulted in our clients showing up inside ChatGPT, but we don't know which ones of the 6 work. So we have a recipe for spaghetti. We throw the spaghetti against the wall, but we're not entirely sure which of the 6 is the one that's really truly moving the needle. So we just do all 6 for everybody, and it's working. So all that being said, the number one thing that I believe is moving the needle the most is just like we were talking about. Create a ChatGPT account, load your information into it, and use it to teach ChatGPT about mortgages. Now, you don't use that account to research sports scores and what's happening politically and all of that stuff. It's like you just create mortgage content. You go into your marketplace, you research what the top questions are about mortgages and about your specific products in that marketplace. And then you're saying, hey, ChatGPT, here's the question. I'm the best mortgage lender in XYZ marketplace, and we're going to help consumers as much as we can to answer this question. Give me a response. Gives you a response. Don't copy and paste it. Tell it why it's right or tell it why it's wrong. Treat it like a referral partner, like you're educating a realtor on a product or a deal, and educate the AI. Because the more that you can teach the artificial intelligence, the more it sees you as an expert, and you're actually earning your way to the recommendation inside the artificial intelligence. I think that is one of the 6 things that we do that's really impacting the rankings. The second is press releases. And I know that this sounds super weird because this is like SEO 2005. It's like a super old SEO strategy, but we believe that the high authority links from media are seen by the AI as really reputable. So you put together a press release, put it through a newswire. It's super risky because they're like $500 a piece. And if you write it wrong and they decline it, they don't give you your $500 back. So you gotta like learn how to write and release a press release and get a press release out there. We do that for our clients, but I think that's a big one. The third one is reverse engineering ChatGPT in your local market. And the way that you do that is go to ChatGPT and ask it who the best mortgage lender is in your marketplace. Be like, I'm looking to buy a home in XYZ market, or, you know, specific to our conversation that we were having earlier about becoming an expert with a product type. Like, hey, I'm interested in product type. Can you recommend 3 mortgage lenders or 3 mortgage brokers that I should call to get information on this topic? And what OpenAI and ChatGPT are doing right now, same with Grok and same with all the other engines, are they're citing their proof of work. And all that means is that once it's actually done doing all the research and it gives you back all the results, at the bottom of that conversation, you can give it like a thumbs up, thumbs down, make it redo the work, or you can click on sources. When you click on sources, a menu pops up on the right-hand side, and it will show you all of the websites that it visited in order to make the decision on which mortgage lenders it displayed in the search. Your job is to go through all of those websites and find the ones that aren't direct competitors, that are like local business directories, Reddit conversations, Wikipedia articles, all those things, and go and list your business and get your business referenced on those websites, because you know it's already where the AI is going to get its information on who the lenders in that marketplace are in authority. So that's 3 of the 6 that we use. I'm going to keep the other 3 behind the curtain. Our SEO product, it's $2,000 a month. I think it's worth every single penny. Not a sales pitch, but Francis and Franca are here on the call. If you'd like more information on that, just put ranking in the chat box on the right-hand side, and they'll reach out to you and get you some more information on that. Again, was that helpful?
Yes, that was very helpful. Thank you very much for that. Now, a quick question. You said you cannot be doing anything else on ChatGPT other than, teaching it and doing things. I mean, I do all my emails, I do, researches, I do all kind of stuff on there. So you're saying not to do that and have a different account for that, or
totally okay? That's totally okay. But keep it within the sphere of your business. All I'm saying is I have to make this like absolutely outrageous so that everybody knows that it's not a direct thing and it's how we learn. So Jamie, this is not a comment towards you or anybody else, but let's just say somebody is a raving Spice Girls fan or whatever, like insert in pop band. I haven't listened to pop music in 20 years. So the Spice Girls is my relevant pop star, right? But let's say you love pop stars and you run a mortgage business. Don't research the Spice Girls in the account where you're running your mortgage business. Go get a separate free ChatGPT account. Use that for whatever insert hobby is here. Only you. So business emails, awesome. Questions and answers, great. Underwriting questions, awesome. We had a client of ours that used it they came in under on an appraisal. And they're like, this is ridiculous. We're going to lose this deal over this appraisal. The appraiser did it wrong. They stripped out all the personal information of the client in the appraisal, put the appraisal into ChatGPT and said, this is the value that we need on this. ChatGPT analyzed the appraisal, wrote the email back to the appraiser. They copied and pasted the email, sent it to the appraiser, and the appraiser changed the value. Perfect use case for using that inside your mortgage ChatGPT account because you're teaching it. This is the mortgage business. This is how we do this. This is how we overcome these things. So anything that has to do with mortgage or your business or real estate or anything, awesome. Just not Spice Girls. Cool.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, my man. Okay, Connor, and then we will get to the AI demo. Okay, thank you for being patient, everybody. I appreciate y'all. And my man, Connor, what's up?
Just following up on that question, would a custom GPT within the account be sufficient? Not that I go Spice Girls or anything like that, but It's mostly mortgages, but I have different GPTs built within ChatGPT. So then train one of them just to be that mortgage resource and just focus on doing that within one specific GPT.
So the custom GPTs actually sit outside. This is just my own understanding of how it works, but the custom GPTs actually sit outside of where the main algorithm is pulling, or the main LLM is pulling its learning from. So don't even use a custom GPT to do it. Create a conversation and just keep revisiting the conversations inside your main ChatGPT account.
Perfect. Thank you.
My man. Cool. Valuable. Everybody good? Everybody, was that a good time? Right on. Have a couple of aha moments. Awesome. Google business pages, reverse engineering AI, just a typical Friday morning. Not even one yet. Life is good. Life is good. Oh my goodness. Westool. Good to see you, brother. And man, what a great family we got around here, eh? You never know who's going to show up, but there's always the cool kids. All right. So here we go. 1-855. Let's break this thing, shall we? That's the fun. This is called Death by Demo. Okay, so we get to watch it live, and there will be I always sweat from the right side of my head before the left hand side of my head, so I'm going to get a single bead of sweat down the right hand side of my head while we all call this phone number together. 1-855-604-5999. So 855-604-5999. And what that's going to do is going to kick you into a beautiful demo of our new AI voice agent. And you can have a conversation with the AI agent as if you're calling in and just having a general conversation with a mortgage. And while we're doing that, you can see my daughter's beautiful couch potato there in my notes that she left me in between doing my call this morning and the call today. So there we go. Emily, thank you for the couch potato. Oh, we got some laughter going on it's so cool to see everybody with their webcams on calling the phone number and actually seeing the experience that goes on. Mark's having a good time there.
I think that was your daddy's self-portrait, though, wasn't that?
It might be. If this
shoulder no.
I feel like I'm a permanent T-Rex because I have to hold my shoulder up as if it's in a sling. So I'm walking around like I'm a half T-Rex. For those of you that weren't on Breakfast Club, my son
Notre Dame.
Yeah. So anyways, my son is an avid and very good mountain biker. And I was chasing him, trying to keep up to him in the woods. And I ended up going over the handlebars on my bike and ended up in the ER with a neck brace on. And I'm good, all good. X-rays and CT scan came back. I'm all good. I'm just old. So there you go. Getting older, I guess you should say. So that's good news.
Chris, I just tried that call and it picked up and it answered, but then when I was trying to ask it questions, it was like a long pause. It was really funky. Just to kind of give you an idea of my experience. I don't know what everybody else's experience on the call was, but like I said, can I cry? And I speak to Chris Johnstone or blah blah, and then it just said, are you enjoying it? It was really pausy. Mm-hmm. And I got confused, and more than likely I would have hung up on that if that was a client calling me. It wasn't that quick to respond, just to give you my experience.
And that is from Mark. Thank you. That's super valuable. And that's probably due to the volume of calls. So when we get a whole bunch of people that call it all at once, all the tokens are coming out of one account and it slows it down. Frank Garay experienced the same thing. And then we actually turned his up from regular to fast and totally got rid of that. So you should be okay. And again, wait an hour, give it a call back, and you'll probably have a faster experience that goes with it. But I'll show you how to overcome that inside your account as well.
Okay, thanks.
No problem. Okay. So what we can see here inside the loan officer CRM. And Francis, in the chat, can you take the link and post that in the chat? So if you go to aipoweredlo.com, we're waiving the setup fee today. For anybody that's here that wants the voice AI is included in the CRM. We're waiving the setup fee, which is $297. We're waiving the setup fee, so you can get in for just $297. And we've got a 30-day 100% money back guarantee. So you can try this thing for 30 days, get onboarded, which is 3 one-on-one onboarding calls. We guarantee that you will actually get a campaign and workflow launched one-on-one with our team before you're off into our incredible support experience, where we have Zoom, turns on at 10 o'clock in the morning, turns off at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You can literally go in there, ask for anything you want. Our team will go ahead, build it for you. Support's amazing. So we're giving away the voice AI agent inside the system. We're actually giving away 3 of them and waiving the setup fee for anybody that comes in watching this recording. And the special link that you need in order to claim that, aipoweredlo.com. Try it out for 30 days. Day 30, you're not tickled pink. We'll refund 100% of your money. And you're just out the time to discover whether or not this is the right fit for you. So aipoweredlo.com. Once you're in your account, down the left-hand side here, we'll go back to the main. You'll see we have this new menu up here called AI Agents. So you're going to click on the AI Agents up in the top left-hand corner. It's going to take you here. As calls are coming in, you can see who's calling in and the AI agent that they're talking to. So one of my favorite use cases for this thing, and you'll start to understand this as you see it, you can create as many of these AI agents as you want. And once you have a prompt written to handle the conversations of who's calling and why, you can literally just like click the 3 buttons on the voice agent, duplicate it, and it's super easy to duplicate these agents and put a phone number attached to them. Well, I believe that you should be going out and getting as many qualified, high volume listing agent, real estate agents as possible on these voice AI agents for their listings. And I would go as deep as offering individual listing agents or phone numbers or voice AI agents for every single listing that they have. And teach and train your real estate agents. Every time you have a listing, put this phone number in the listing description so that people can call it and get the details for the listing and ask finance questions about what the rate and payment will be on a house like this, right? Now, it won't give rate information, but it's all of the people that are interested in buying that home, calling your phone number, giving their name, their phone number, their email address, and coming in as a lead that you can follow up on automatically for the real estate agent. It's an insane value for the real estate agent, and you're generating all the leads from all the open houses and all of the listings that they're listing. In a market like today's market, those leads are incredible. So keep that in the back of your mind as we go through these voice agents and how they're built and all that wonderful stuff. And I'll ask respectfully, we're going to hold questions here for 10 minutes so that we can go from the start of my thought or our thought to the end, so that everybody gets the clear vision of what we're doing, and then we'll hop into the Q&A. So put your hand up. Francis will make sure that there's no semblance to the line whatsoever. We're going to mix everybody up, but then we're going to answer your questions. All right. So we go to voice AI. There's AI agents. It says dashboard and logs, where you can see the summary of the call, the transcript of the call, and you can listen to the actual call recording of the person talking to the AI. So Mark, the AI breaks or garbles or whatever, you can see that in the call recording, call the person back. Hey, sorry, the AI messed up, new technology, you know how it is. Ha, ha, ha. Hey, how can I help you? You know what I mean? But you captured the name, captured the lead, captured everything, and you've got them in the experience. Remembering 79% of people do business with the first lender that they talk to, and this counts as a conversation that they're having. So you go to your agent list and you can see we've built you 3 AI agents inside the system that you get for free with your Loan Officer CRM subscription. One designed for customer service, one designed for open houses and checking in at an open house on a specific listing, and then one for online leads. So the online leads portion, think about specifically, I think maybe the best, or one of the use cases that's my favorite for this is non-QM. So imagine you're running a Google ad on a very specific non-QM product. or a Facebook ad targeting somebody who does fix and flip loans. Like, hey, are you looking to buy your fourth rental property? And the bank won't finance you because of your LTV or whatever, right? I'm not an expert, but you put the main pain point or the main reason stopping somebody from potentially getting that loan because they don't understand. You say, call this phone number and my AI will answer your questions and let you know whether or not you actually qualify and can get the financing for that fourth fix and flip. Or insert in, are you self-qualified? You've been turned down by a credit union. Call this phone number, find out if you might qualify. And then you've got like a case study in the Facebook comments, but you're using it for lead generation on very specific product types. And you're teaching the AI about that product type. So when people call in, they're asking questions about a very specific product type, and you just generated a really high quality lead that's very specifically interested in the type of financing that you're doing. You could have a jumbo loan hotline. Speaking to the conversation that we had earlier, is like most mortgage lenders can't do a mortgage loan over $2 million. This AI voice is filled with all the information about jumbo loans so you can find out whether or not you qualify. Call 1-855-432-3990. Pick up the phone, call, talk to the AI 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, totally custom to that specific product, that specific listing, that specific offer, that specific real estate agent. I shouldn't do that either. The possibilities are almost endless with the options that you can put out with these voice AI agents. So understanding the big picture of all the different ways that you can use these, now we're ready to see how they're built so that you can see how easy it is to actually customize them. So let's take our customer service agent that you can customize. You go over to these three dots over on the right-hand side and you click edit. If you want to duplicate it and create another one, you just hit duplicate. The AI agent shows up and you customize it. So you hit edit, comes in here, your agent details. You got the name, language that it speaks. Yes, it does Spanish. Yes, it does Mandarin. Yes, it does whatever language you want. It can speak it. So now all of a sudden you can run ads in Spanish and you can have a Spanish speaking AI pick up the phone and qualify leads in Spanish, right? Again, think about the offers that you can give to your real estate agents with this. Then you choose the voice. All of these voices come from a service called 11 Labs, which is OpenAI's voice module agent, and they get better and better every day. The reason why I say this is because there's a lot of tools and services out there that are trying to sell voice to the mortgage industry. It's important to understand that pretty much everybody's building off the same tools in the background. It's like it's all the same thing. Like you're building on Anthropic, or you're building on Grok, or you're building on OpenAI, because nobody has the money to be able to support these models outside of those three companies. Like to put an LLM out is like ridiculous amounts of money. So everybody's just plugging into these services in the background in order to power these voices and power all this stuff. So in here, you get all the voices. You go through, you pick one, you hit play, you hear what it sounds like, and away you go. I've labeled these as recommended because these are the ones that are getting used the most, and these are the ones that are progressing fast enough. So it was like, I think it was Mark said, like, hey, the voice sounds a little bit weird. Come in here, pick a voice that you like. And again, they're serving thousands and thousands and thousands of tokens through these individual voice modules every single day. So literally by week, you can hear them getting better, hear the tone getting better, hear everything get better. Like when you talk to your ChatGPT, and have you noticed that ChatGPT's voice changed this week? So I don't want to give away too much information for the interest of time, but like we do a daily devotion with our kids, right? My wife and I. And we've invited ChatGPT into our devotions to do deeper research. So we'll do our devotion and then we have questions and we bring ChatGPT in to go out and do research for us and answer questions and like help him be part of the process. So we turned ChatGPT on and it was like, whoa, we're talking to somebody different. And the kids were like, oh, this is cool. Hey, make your voice go faster, make your voice go higher, make your voice go lower. And you can actually change the voice. The module, based on your feedback, will actually change how it talks to you. Well, all of that learning and all of the millions of dollars of development that go into that technology automatically show up inside your CRM, because that's the engine that we're using to power these voices for you. So you have millions of dollars in R&D going into these accounts every single week, and all you got to do is like, ooh, this one sounds nice. Pick the one that you like, and it's up and running for you and gets better all of the time. So you pick the voice that you want, pick the language that you want, and then we set these for inbound calling only. I'll make this a 30-second statement. I do not believe in outbound calling for AI agents because we're in the mortgage industry. I believe that any outbound calls that you're making should be to your past customer database and your qualified agents or agents that you're already generating referrals from. I believe that those relationships are so profitable that you shouldn't risk a negative experience with an AI. If somebody's calling into a phone number and it says, my name is Sarah and I'm an AI assistant, I'm here to help you get what you need, people are like, oh, okay, cool. It's AI. I know it's AI. I know it's an AI voice. They're going to expect a little lag, but it's 11 o'clock at night and they want an answer to a mortgage question and they're getting the answer. They love that, right? I wish airlines would switch to this technology so that you didn't have to wait 2 hours on hold to talk to somebody that does not provide a good experience, right? So as long as people understand that it's AI up front, totally cool with the experience. Outbound calls, trying to be a real person that isn't, I think is a little bit of shenanigans. So we've completely not allowed this in the system just because we don't want that experience going out. In the future, who knows, we might get there, but I don't recommend it at this current time. So only inbound calls. And this is what the agent says when you call in. So everybody that called the phone number said or heard, hello, and thank you for calling. My name is Sarah, your AI mortgage assistant. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with today? Now, the reason why I open with that question is because the AI listens to the conversation and feeds everything into the CRM. This is something that we custom built. It listens to the conversation in real time. So if they give an address of like, yeah, hey, this is Sarah calling, I'm at 123 Main Street, it's smart enough to know I have a field for property and I have an address field. That's an address. It's going to take it, pull it, and put it in the field inside the CRM. So when you look at the contact record of a lead that's had a conversation with the voice AI, all of the relevant information that it can pull from the conversation that lines up with any field in the contact record will automatically be put into the contact field records with the contact. So what we're doing is we're prompting the conversation so that we get the first name and the last name, so that the AI agent can then refer back to the person by their name, but also you now have a phone number and a first name and a last name so that it can send follow-up messages to that person after the phone call is over. Then we go into the actual agent and then advanced settings. So Mark, here you see the response speed of normal, brisk, and fast. That's where you can go in and set the speed of the agent's voice. So we'll leave ours on brisk, and then we set a 10-minute call limit time. And if it goes to the end, it's like, sorry, we've reached the end of the conversation. Call back if you want. And then it just transfers the lead into the CRM. And then it waits 10 seconds in between pauses. So it will stop and listen if somebody's like, yeah, hold on a second. It'll wait 10 seconds and then it'll be like, are you still there? And re-engage the person in conversation. So you can set the idle time in the actual voice itself. Then we go into the brain, which is agent goals. So here's set up the agent's personality and actions. And this is your knowledge base. So I mentioned using this for specific listings. So if you're using this for a listing agent, you click on create new, create knowledge base, and you would say 123 Main Street. Description, 123 Main Street, and agent name. You'd create this, and it'll say, okay, what's the information? You go web crawler and you punch in Zillow.com/listing page. Hit extract data. And now the AI knows everything about that listing and can answer questions. Number of bedrooms, number of bathrooms, taxes, walk score, all the information about that listing. It knows because you just gave it the listing website. So now it knows everything about that listing and can talk about it. Think about you. If you've got a specific product and these people are calling in on non-QM or jumbo or reverse, whatever it is, you take all your guidelines and all your sales material, your website, specific to that specific product. You can also go to other people's websites that have great information about those loans and product types. And you just punch in the URLs here, hit extract data, and your agent, your AI, is now 100% trained on that specific knowledge for that specific thing and that specific task within the voice AI. So just by feeding it websites, you're off to the races, and it can speak highly specialized on that specific product type. The other thing that you get as you build these AI agents, every time somebody asks a question of the AI that's not taken care of by the main prompt, it keeps track of it. And it says, here's what I was asked, and here's my answer. And you actually get this FAQ table, and it'll say question and answer. And if you don't like the way that it answered the question, you click on the box, write out how you would answer that question, hit save, and the next time the AI gets that specific question or any question that's even like that question, it will answer using your script that you've fed it inside the system. So it really is like the perfect employee that never goes off script, never forgets, just always on point, and you only ever have to train it once. Another amazing thing that I've done to accelerate the learning and the conversion of these is we have a Google document that we feed into all of our client accounts that has the script to ask for referrals at the end of the conversation. So when you call the phone number, the 855 number here, and you get to the end of the conversation and you book an appointment, the AI will actually ask you for a referral because it's built into the Q&A document of every time you have a conversation with somebody, we ask for the business. Hey, if you have any friends, family members, or coworkers that are actively looking to buy, sell, or refinance, can I count on you to send us a two-way text or to connect us? Like even when it's booking the appointment with a brand new lead, it will ask for referrals because when you ask, you get. So we've trained the AI. So what you do is you write out all of the questions and all of the answers that you get in your business on a regular basis, and you keep that in a Google Doc. And then every time you build one of these voice agents, you just put the link to your Google Doc and it memorizes all of your Q&A all at once. And you can train a brand new agent like that on all the Q&A in your business. So you don't have to go through and do the Q&A every single time you build one of these things. Does that make sense? Cool. All right. So back to our voice AI agent. We've got Sarah, our customer service agent. We've trained her on everything she needs to know about that listing or that product type or whatever it is, simply by going into the agent goals and giving it a knowledge base. So these are all your documents, all your Q&A, everything that you need. Then we give it a prompt. You're a general customer service and appointment booking specialist named Sarah working for, and then you're going to insert your name here in the prompt where it says loan officer name. Engaging in a human-like voice conversation. Then we give it so goals and objectives. If you've been here, you know we have the 5-step perfect prompt, right? This is the 5-step perfect prompt on how voice AI in the mortgage business needs to have an inbound conversation. And based on where that person is coming from, whether it's past customer referral, qualified real estate agent calling in, past referral partner calling in, new referral, somebody wants to submit an application, it understands all those different conversation types and directs the person through the right conversation in order to get them on the calendar and book an appointment with them. So that prompt, it's what runs the whole thing. The prompt is the brain and what drives the AI conversation. And I will give you a hack for, investing an hour of your time here, because I know it's the most valuable asset that you have. Take our prompt.
He's going to leave us hanging like that.
I think
Francis?
he froze. Oh no.
That was like
such a cliffhanger.
Gonna give you a golden nugget. See you later.
Shane, come back, Shane. Come back.
He decided to take the prompt.
Oh dear.
Psych out.
Let's see.
He fell off the bike.
He's going to come back on and say, and that's how you do it.
Yeah. You're like, did
Well,
everyone
that's what
get
happens
that?
when these video AIs freeze right there.
Man, I had to give it a minute to determine if it was a freeze, because he sometimes can stay still when he's thinking.
If he was sharing the screen, he must have logged off because of the screen on share, and then he's coming in.
I think he'll come back in, hopefully, and
give us that answer.
Francis, when you edit and add duplicate, you're able to then get additional phone numbers without any issue?
Sorry, say that. Okay, say that again.
Because when you duplicate it, you're getting another phone number, I would assume.
Right. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So
you
you would have to purchase another phone number. But if you've got the account already A2P verified, it should be no problem, I believe. If I know Leah's
I have
on
everything
there.
set up as such, but nothing has started as such. So it's a question of tipping it over and understanding some of the nuances that aren't being said that are part of it.
Yeah.
In other words,
like
we're
the little,
learning the hard part, but the easy part isn't. No.
I know the connecting the dots and everything is the part, right? That okay.
It's like I have a scalpel, but I shouldn't perform the surgery.
That's it. All right. Well, give him a few minutes, see if he gets back. Does anyone else have any questions that I can help with? Not sure.
Well, I don't know unless I ask. You'll tell me if you can help.
Yeah.
I'm brand new to it, and I do have a number, and it's not A2P verified yet. I guess they're still working on that.
Yep.
But I have my voice AI agent set up, and it seems to be attributed to this phone number, but whenever I've tested it by calling the number, it just says nobody is available and then goes to a voicemail. So is there a step I need to do to attach that number so that agent speaks?
Yes. And Matthew, have you attended any of our live Zoom support?
Not yet, which is why I was thinking maybe that's just a question I should do for that after I get off of this call.
Absolutely. Okay. Best place to go, because you can share your screen with them and they can go right through it with you. Do you know how to register for the live Zoom support in the CRM?
It's the live Zoom support right on the menu option, right?
Absolutely. Yep. Okay. Pretty simple. So once you click on that, it will take you to a Zoom registration page. Just register and it will take you right into the Zoom class.
Boy, when I said this was informal, we meant it.
Well, we thought you took it away with you.
Yeah.
No, it's all good. All right, we'll dive into some Q&A as we wrap this thing up. One other feature that we need to know about, or technically two. See down here, we've got set up your actions during the call and after the call. You can literally program the AI to do a live call transfer. So if we go into edit this live call transfer, it says phone number to transfer to. So this is where you put your bat phone. And this is like, if this phone rings, this is a live call transfer from somebody who called my AI, asked to talk to me, and now the AI is calling me. So that's your phone number. And then when should the call transfer take place? If the person says that they want to speak to somebody right away. And then what to say before transferring the call. And somebody will say, I want to talk to somebody. And the AI will say, please wait while I transfer your call. And then you simply save that. And you can set up this whisper message. And it's like, this is a call from your AI, transferring the call. And then the person's on the call as you got it.
How did you get
live call transfer? Steve?
Yes,
how did you get there?
Get to that call transfer screen? I'm on update agent goals. Where do
Hit new action.
That's what I missed. Thank you.
And then call transfer. You can also trigger a workflow, send a text message. So if somebody calls your AI and AI picks up the phone, you can send yourself a text message and like, bing.
Can we qualify that call transfer to screen for a new loan request or a loan in process request? In other words, I don't want the 24 vendors that call a week trying to get me to send them loans getting through the AI system. I want to filter those and only transfer people that either A, have a loan in process, or a realtor, or someone that's inquiring about a new loan.
And they have clarified.
So here,
as I'm typing this, I'm thinking, yes. So yes, you can, because in our testing with this, so this is technically like a prompt that's going into the AI while it's having the conversation. So you can say, if the person says they want to speak to somebody right away, and they have clarified that they have a loan in process. So it'll say, I want to talk to somebody. And it'll be like, okay, great. Do you currently have a loan in process? No, I don't. Okay. Do you have time on Tuesday at 2? And it'll default to the appointment booking. But if it's like, yes, I have a loan in process, it'll say, okay, please wait while I transfer your call. Based on the logic that you've placed into the prompt here. Does that make sense?
Can we make that so, and this is using a natural language. So we could say the caller, the person calling, has a loan in process. They're looking for a new loan, or their real estate agent.
Yes. Yep. But then you would have to give it the logic of what questions to ask to determine which they are, because you've given it more than one. It's not an A/B, it's an A, B, or C. So you have to give it the clarification of like, to find out who they are, ask this question. Then if they say this, or if they say this, or if they say this, route them here, here, here.
Okay, because this is when I requested this topic. This is one of the main things I was thinking about is, how do we have the AI sort our calls for us?
Yeah. So let me write this out for you real quick. And I apologize. I know we're over time, but everybody's still here. So everybody's getting value. So
maybe everybody needs us.
In my opinion, yes, everybody needs the CRM. And okay.
The voice agent seems so powerful. It's just like getting it to do to dance the dance we want it to.
Oh yeah. But the great thing is, once it's dancing, it will dance perfectly forever.
While you're typing that, can I ask, so for instance, could we have it do a call transfer? I was thinking of putting in, if a person begins to speak in Spanish, or they request a Spanish speaking person, and then it could forward it to my Spanish speaking LO?
Yes.
Yep. Wouldn't the AI be able to speak Spanish and change, or no?
No, it can't change language, but it can detect language.
So wherever the source is, they would make the phone call, there should be then an option in your prompts, hit 1 for English, 2 for, I don't know. Would that then have a separate AI for that purpose?
You could route it to a phone number that has a Spanish programmed AI agent on it.
Right, but they would have to know.
Like you could set a live call transfer action to be like, if the person is speaking Spanish, then say, hold on, let me get you a Spanish experience, then transfer to
the other dedicated line.
Exactly.
Okay.
It looks like one of the options on their language is a option for English and Spanish as a multi-language.
That's new.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Thank you.
Well, one sentence is English and the next sentence is Spanish. I'm teasing.
Hey, Chris, is this part of our current CRM, or is this an additional cost to the CRM?
No, this is part of your existing CRM.
Okay.
You pay for the AI usage, but we're not charging anything for the prompts or the tools or anything. We're including it for free for everyone.
Got it.
Yep.
Chris, would you throw that in the chat?
Yes. Give me just 1 second. Okay, there you go. Fantastic. Okay, we should be good to go there. All right. Okay, and then after the call, and this is the really cool part, because this is where we extract the name, the email, the appointment booking date and time, and the last name. But you can put any fields that you want in the CRM or trigger any workflows that you want after somebody has a conversation with you. So if you have an agent who has an open house, we also have an open house follow-up sequence. Right now, we use it in conjunction with MoveTube. We had a piece of customer support came in yesterday, customer support testimonial, 3 deals that they took mortgage applications on. Somebody showed up at an open house, checked in using the CRM and MoveTube. It followed up and said, hey, did you enjoy the open house? Would you like to submit a mortgage application? Took 3 mortgage applications from one open house, checking people in using the AI. But when they check in, the workflow automatically goes out. So Monday morning, 10 o'clock, text message goes out. Hey, saw you called yesterday on the AI system. Did you want to submit a mortgage application? And just like based on, why the person is calling the phone number. So the follow-up can be specific to get the person to take the action. So anybody that calls the phone number automatically goes into a workflow that has emails and text messages all set to follow up on that person. And remember, a workflow can automatically put somebody into a power dialer. So you can have a power dialer that just says open house leads, and you've got an extra hour in an afternoon. You can pick up the phone, hit the power dialer, and just start calling leads that were at an open house in the last 30 days. And again, this is just what we're trying to do with the CRM is hand you on a silver platter the lowest hanging fruit that you've got. Your database, current deals that are in process, past referral partner relationships that you've got, new qualified referral relationships, and leads. And at any given time, you can just go into the CRM and immediately communicate with those people that have referrals to send to you. That's the whole goal of what we're trying to do, and demystify the technology. And this AI voice, boy, I think it's an absolute game changer. Then down here, you've got your dashboard, which again, you can see everything. And then if you select an actual person, and I'm looking for mine, but it's we've generated, 83 people have called the system today, looks like. But if you click on one of those names, it goes to the contact record, and it has everything. It has the recording of the call, the transcript of the call, the AI summarizes the call, puts a summary in there, and you've got all the information there. So we'll open it up. We'll do 5 more minutes of Q&A to be respectful for everybody on the call. I see almost everybody here as a client or a customer. Thank you. I appreciate you. And Francis, and for our incredible team. We love you. Thank you for being customers. Bug the heck out of us in support. Take advantage of that Zoom call. Like, we want to hear from you because we want you working this thing and getting results from it. If you're not a current customer, aipoweredlo.com. Now is the time to pull out the credit card, invest in the system. We've got you for 30 days. 0 risk. You're not making the decision to buy it today. You're making the decision to see if it's the right fit for the next 30 days. If you're not happy at any time, we'll give you 100% of your money back. So go to aipoweredlo.com and invest today. All right, Q&A, final Q&A. Any other questions? Connor.
Yeah, me again. Connect the dots, Chris. This is outstanding. So excited. I just joined up last week, so this is great for all about the voice agent. Connect the dots on the listing piece again, on the listing agents, your strategy. Just let me, so I can germinate in that over the weekend.
Yes. So the call to action is, give details. Do you have questions about this listing? Question mark. Call 1-855-432-3990. That's your voice AI number. And you've gone into the settings and you've given it the listing web link for that listing. So it knows address, days, it has all of the information on the listing. In the prompt, you say, answer this person's questions about this home and then use the script, informed buyers are always pre-approved before they move forward with more information. Would you like me to schedule you a 15-minute call with a loan officer that can get you pre-qualified to make sure that this is a home that fits your budget? So every single person that calls in to get information about the listing turns into a pre-qual. They don't all turn into a pre-qual appointment, but every one of them is given the offer to be a pre-qual appointment. And the AI is actually trained to book the appointment from the people that are calling in to get information about the listing.
And have the agents list that number on their marketing for that particular property.
Yep. Yeah. And think like, if they can get it online, they got to kind of sneak it in there a little bit. Talk to your compliance department, not a compliance expert. But then think sign riders, right? Think the social media posts that they're putting out there about that particular listing. You're helping them, shoot their selfies and their reels for that particular listing itself. That phone number is right there on all the social media content about that particular property. I mean, what an incredible value add for a listing agent to give to a listing presentation of like, we're going to create an AI agent that people can call 24/7 to get details on your listing.
Love it. Yep. Thank you.
No problem. Great question, Connor. And my man, Michael.
Yes, sir. So I was trying to figure out the easiest way on the open house sign-in to make it easier for the agents and people walking in. So I was kind of playing around even with a conversation AI where you just text and then the AI text you back questions and maybe even text a business card of the agent or a flyer from that property, or do you think it's better to just have them call a number and start being asked questions? I mean, as people are walking into the open house, what are they going to do the easiest?
Yeah. So I would go with a QR code, and I would use the QR code to go to an online business card or whatever. So inside the CRM, we have a website template for you. And it just basically shows your picture, your phone number, your details, and then there's buttons underneath. And it's like, click here to submit an application, click here to go to my Facebook, click here to go to my Instagram. I get rid of all those buttons. And I would just have people scan the QR code. It pops up a website. It's got a picture of you. It's got a picture of the listing agent. And then it says like, text your info, email your info, click here to call. They click the call. It goes to the voice AI. They click text, it opens up the text message conversation. They click email, it opens up an email with a pre-filled email so they can check into the open house.
Gotcha.
But QR codes are absolutely the easiest way to check people in. Like they show up, big QR code on the table, pull out the phone, scan the QR code, away you go.
Great.
Hey, Chris, this is great information that you're just talking about this whole open house. Have you already done a Build It with Chris on the whole how to do an open house and work with your agent, or could that be a new class, or do you already have a class like that in your project?
No, that would be a great new class. Happy to do that.
I would love it.
Yeah, I've never taught a class on that. So all our best ideas come from y'all. So Mark, thank you for that. Absolutely, we'll put that topic together.
Great.
Okay. Fantastic. Awesome. Okay. Final call for questions. Only 20 minutes of extra sweat here today on the AI Inner Circle. And my man, Chris, I didn't see you sneak in here. Chris Milker, another industry expert, if I may, on the CRM and AI. Chris, great to see you here. Wow. Yeah. Star-studded lineup today. Thank you all for being here. Okay. Happy Friday. Much love. We'll see you next Friday. Have a great weekend. See you next week. All right. Bye, everybody.